Hi, my loves. Jeray Malay, the girl from around the way, where we have culture, conversation, and community. And in today's video, I'm coming to you all with some quick commentary, y'all. I'm sitting around here on this good old Wednesday, like I always do, minding my business. And we find out that Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith have been separated for years now. Almost 7 to be exact. So if you don't know, Jada Pinkett has recently published her book called Worthy, and rest assured, I will be listening, okay? It's already tuned up and lined up, waiting to listen, queued up on Audible, which right now I'm listening to When Chicken Heads Come Home to Roost. It's a very good book, y'all. If you are into feminism, hip-hop, womanhood, black womanhood, if you are a black or brown girl under the sound of my voice who grew up in urban or underserved communities, if you one of them ones, girl, you need to listen to When Chicken Heads Come Home to Roost by Joan Morgan. It is a staple, and I have really been just enjoying it. I don't know, it's just so good. Chef's kiss. Anyway, she goes on to do a 2020 interview, and in the snippet, it's revealed that her and Will Smith have been separated for over 7 years. Now, this is news because, one, child, not them breaking up and still holding on to one another, but two, we all know during that night, Will Smith doing what he did to Chris Brown. Not Chris Brown, because girl, can y'all imagine? He would have tried Chris Brown. Chris Brown a little rough. He from Virginia. That would have been hilarious. To Chris Rock, y'all. They weren't even together. But the tea is, Jada was approached by Chris Rock at one point when, rumors had been circulating that, her and Will Smith weren't together anymore and everything like this. And he had slid one time and said, yo, what's up? Can I take you out? And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, oh, you and Will aren't together, but she denied it. Anyway, it's making me feel like Will Smith did that because you really tried my girl. Because, people have this sense of entitlement over other humans, although we don't belong to anybody. Shout out to Keke Palmer. I don't belong to you. Girl, let's just get into a couple of things. So the interviewer takes her back home to Baltimore, which made me think of Krishan Rock. Girl, it's something about y'all Baltimore, Maryland girls. Y'all must got the something, because why is y'all villains? Why y'all keep y'all... Anyway, let's move on. She just goes on to say that her and Will, or she made a promise that she just simply can't break. And the promise was to never get a divorce. And, she has just been having a hard time going through with filing legally, although they are still separated, and they would only come together for public appearances. So anytime that we've seen them, they technically weren't together. I think that's odd. I think that it's weird. I don't feel like, oh wow, they were keeping their private lives separate, and I feel a little like they're phony. I feel a little duped. And also, there's a lot to unpack there. Will Smith, he recently released a book, which amazing, astounding. I look at him as somebody who is, I want to say a life guru, but he's up there. I mean, he's associated with the Shetty guy, that we all listen to. He's studied with all of these different gurus from around the world. He's super motivational, and Will has taken and embarked on this journey of what it appeared to be transparency and spiritual growth. He was very candid in his book about his relationship with Jada and how he felt and his shortcomings, and what, even with his first wife, Charisse, I think that's her name, and how that marriage failed and what it meant for him, and how he wanted to do things right with Jada. So I just find it odd. Y'all don't find that odd? That they kept up this facade for so long? And me saying that I feel duped, I mean, really, truly, it's none of our business, right? It's none of our business what they do in their bedroom. It's none of their business who they're screwing, not unless they, pull out a red table and record it on Facebook, and then we can kind of talk about it and discuss their entanglements. I think it lends itself to the parasocial relationships that we have with these celebrities. But Will and Jada feel less like a celebrity and more like black figures in the community. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? You know, Young Jeezy is a celebrity. Drake even is a celebrity. Will and Jada are on a different level. They've been in our living rooms and in our hearts for years and years. They have, promoted and had all of these great talks and, we need to discuss and and this and that. And they played in our faces. And why is it that Jada is the only one who gets to drop the bomb that they're not together? Right? It's like anytime that something comes up, Will is never the one to kind of tell us. He's always kind of trying to save face. He's always putting his best foot forward. So what have they been doing in the past 7 years? So if they weren't together, maybe this is why. And I'm thinking as I'm recording this, y'all, obviously, because y'all know y'all like one of my homegirls now. At this point, we go together real bad. Thank you to everybody who's been subscribing to the channel too, y'all. I'm trying to hit 10K by the end of the day, y'all. For real, I'm really trying to hit 10K by the end of this year, and I would love if you would subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you. Anyway, I'm just a little taken aback that this has gone on for some time. She obviously came out with the whole, entanglement, and that's why they had to explain the whole situation with with the now outed man of August Alsina. But why? I feel like if any time that was the perfect time for them to tell us that, hey, listen, we're not together, that's her man. Why send him through this public charade? And this is what I'm talking about, this public circus of, wow, Jada's, that's happening to you, and this is what you're doing, and da 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 da, for you to, release your book, which the book is coming out not August. Shout out to you, August Alsina, wherever you at. Oh, so you doing the bending? Who's doing the bending? The book comes out October 17th, y'all. It's already locked and loaded. We will be discussing this. Because I do think that Jada is a woman who is aspirational, with her success and where she comes from. Say whatever, do whatever. But how do y'all feel about them not being together but putting on the appearances? It really just says two things. One, they are both invested in the delusion that they present to the world because they're not together, but they present it like a happy married couple. Or maybe they were trying to protect their children because knowing that they would have divorced would have heightened who they're actually dating. Okay, well, we ain't seen you have an entanglement yet. Okay, we ain't see a slip up yet. Well, your entanglement gonna be yet, brother. So you doing the bending? Girl, I need to make that a fucking sound. I don't know. Or maybe this is just two adults protecting one another and having like a grown human experience. I mean, we all know, we all got a grandmama and grandpa who've been together for 30,000 years and they ain't got no business being together no more. Hate each other, can't stand each other, but I've been married 35 years. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like us as the new young hotness, like the girls now are not going to stay in a relationship if they're not happy. And I love that for us. The men now are not going to stay in a relationship and they're no longer happy. And I love that for y'all. This is so old school and not progressive for Will and Jada to stay in this relationship knowing that they don't want to be together. Or maybe it works. They're like, shit, it's cheaper to just stay together and you can do you and I can do me and our money can be collective. Our children are doing well. I'm not a married woman yet, so I can't really speak to how those things work, but I feel a little duped. I think that there's more to unpack, and I think that this is going to, maybe this was going to promote her book a little bit more, but I don't even think so. The Tupac bit alone is going to make her sales go crazy. Her speaking about the Chris Rock thing is going to make her sales go crazy. Why now? Why is she just revealing this now? Is she ready to live in her truth? Did Will Smith give her the okay, or does he even have a say at this point? I'm interested to know what you all think. I, for one, as a young black girl, I just feel like, wow, y'all could have really kept it real, but who am I but, you know, a wayward fan, so to speak, because, you know, it is what it is. Drop down in the comments and let me know what you all think about this entanglement, or lack thereof, I should say. As always, I'm sending you a much love and much light, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.